Good morning, student. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we'll be going to discuss Computer Network Lab Routing Information Protocol. Before that, what is a RIP? Routing Information Protocol is a protocol that routers can use to exchange network topology information. Means network exchanges data packets from source to destination. It is characterized as an interior gateway protocol and is typically used in small to medium size network. RIP used in small medium size network. That means, for example, our lab. In this concept, working on vector routing protocol, vector routing algorithm, in used have count as the routing unit for the finding the most suitable path between the source and destination. In this algorithm, RIP algorithm find shortest path using hub concept. Next hub. Some characteristics of routing information protocol. It is a open standard protocol. Classful routing protocol does not carry subnet mask, does not know entire topology, used for a small organization, exchange enter routing table for every 30 seconds, periodically updation, administrative distance is 120, maximum hub count 15, router 16, metric hub count. It is a distance vector protocol. It is slow coverages, takes 20 to 40 seconds to select alternative router. It is refer show in IP protocol timers and load balancing of 4 equal in multiple best paths. Advantages of routing information protocol: it is easy to configure, that is does not require any update every time the topology of network changes, guaranteed to support almost all routers. Disadvantages: it is only based on hub count, so if there is a better route available with better bandwidth, then it will not select the router. Now go to practical session in Cisco Packet Tracer Simulator. Configure 3 routers in routing information protocol: router 0, router 1, router 2, 3 routers and end systems. Okay, first of all, assign the system numbers, IP number. 192.168.1.10 IP number. User assign the number 192.168.1.11. The one family. Assign the system number 192.168.2.10. The system number 192.168.2.11. Three series. 192.168.3.10. The system, another system 192.168.3.11. As in lab 1, lab 2, lab 3. Using the serial port numbers 192.168, for example 4.1. Serial port to 192.168.4.2, 192.168.5.1. We have to assign numbers, information numbers 192.168.5.2. Assign gateway number, router gateway number 192.168.1.1. Router, second router 192.168.2.1. 192.168.3.1. Okay, lab 1 assign the one family. Lab 2 assign two family IP number. Lab 3 assign the three family number. Okay, first of all, routing information protocol, you have to first step assign the IP address in the each systems. First, first assign a router configuration. You have to click router and check the cable address. First one, Geo 0/0, gigabit Ethernet 0. On IP configuration, you have to enter IP address first of all 192.168.1.1. Subnet mask default. Next, the router communication, first one this line, another this line, serial 0/0/0, router serial 0/0/ on port status on. Clock rate you have to set 64,000. IP address assign 192.168.4.1. Subnet mask default. To router connection, two connection. First one gateway and second one serial cable. Okay, close. Next, go to assign the IP address system 1 Take the PC to desktop and to configure IP address. IP address you have to enter 192.168.1.10, 192.168.1.10. Subnet mask default. You have to enter default gateway. That means in this connection to communication to this router, the router number is default gateway. These two devices are connected into the router 1. That means the router number is called default gateway. Now enter this number 192.168.1.1. System 1 completed. Next go to system 2 laptop. Click configure desktop IP configuration. You assign subnet IP address 192.168.1.11. Subnet mask same. The system are connected into the router. This router 1. The router default gateway number is 192.168.1.1. Assign 192.168.1.1. Lab 1 are all the IP addresses are initialized. Next you go to lab 2. First you have to assign the router numbers, router, check the router connection, the three connections, this line and this line. First assign the this line giga 0/0. Check giga 0/0. First you have to router on giga 0/0. Router on IP configuration 192.168.2.1 subnet mask. This one. Okay. Next you go to next connection is 0/0/0. This one port status on. You have clock rate set 64,000. IP configuration, IP address you have to assign this IP address 192.168.4.2 subnet mask. Okay, first completed. Second, third one 0//1. This one on. You have to set clock rate 64,000. IP configuration, IP address this one 192.168.5.1 subnet mask. Okay, default close. Three IP addresses are installed in router 2. Next go lab 2 in devices. In this connection, two in devices. First one personal PC 1, personal computer 1 and PC 2. Okay, now first you enter IP address personal computer 0 desktop to configure IP address. IP address this you have to enter this IP address 192.168.2.10 subnet mask default gateway. Okay, this connection into the router connection. That means the connection into gateway. Router gateway address is 192.168.2.1 completed. Second system IP configuration, IP address 192.168.2.11, 192.168.2.11 system subnets must 55 default. This connection into router 2, okay, get total 2.1, 192.168.2.1. Lab 2 is completed. Let's go to lab 3. Two connections. First one, router 3.1 in giga 0 bar 0. Second one, serial 0 bar 0 bar 0 52. Okay, first one, giga 0 bar 0. Port status on. Now enter the data. IP address 1. This IP address 192.163. Lab 3, 3 family 192.168.3.1. Subnet mask 0. Okay, now this line is configured. This line serial port /0/02 to port status on. After clock rate 64,000. IP address 192.168.5.2. Booted. Next comes the N devices. System 1 IP configuration 192.168.3.10, 192.168.3.10. Subnet must default gateway. This personal computer connection into the router. This three router address is gateway 3.1, 192.168.3.1. This laptop desktop IP configuration address 3.11, 192.168.3.11. Separate must this connection into the router 3 IP address 192.168.3.11. Now verify the communication are correct now. Send the packet system 1 to 2. System 1 to router. Okay. Lab 1 is okay. Packets are communicate system IP address 10 to 11 and 10 to a router. Okay. Second, to verify 2.10 IP address to 2.11 successful. Okay. You have to 2.10 to router file. You have to check the connection. 2.11 to router. Means you have to check the connection. Number 2, first to configure gigabyte with 0/0 port on 2.1. Okay. Connection 0/0 198.6. Okay. Next one 2/1 status. Okay. So, okay. Check the systems. IP configuration. Okay. Address 2.10 168.1 2.2. Okay. 2.1. Values are perfect. Successful. Okay, check third one. Right. Check to 3.10 router. Successful. Check the second router. Uh, Giga 0.0 status on 190.268 IP address is key. Distributor 168.2.1. Send the packet address system 1 to system 10 to system 1. Successful system 2.10 to router. Okay. Now the data packet send lab 1 to lab 2. Lab 1 to lab 2. Connection is failed, or data send lab 2 to lab 3. Connection are failed. That means now data initialized only lab 1 and router to lab 2 and lab 3. Now configure this route lab 1 to lab 2 and lab 2 to lab 3. Okay. Now configure routing information protocol to this device to this device to this device. Okay. Go to the routing protocol information. In this menu, you have to show this routing algorithm divided into three categories: static method and a dynamic method. Okay. Dynamic method, static method, dynamic method, and third one RIP. Okay. Now, what to discuss in this class? RIP routing algorithm. Second one, RIP method. This you have to click router one RIP. You have update the IP addresses. First, update the router one information 192.168.1. The router information in this available two informations. First one 192.168.1, another one 192.168.4.1. Okay. This is it. You have zero. Zero means the zero device support 256 devices. Same IP address, just you have to change zero. That means zero is supported 256 systems. Add and the router another network 192.168.4. That means you have to enter zero. Okay, add two networks supported. Pause. Next you go to lab 2, router 2. Three connections is there in the router 2, 2.1, 4.2, 5.1. First you have to update this data routing RIP method 192.168.2.0. This one 2.0. 0 means to support 256 devices. Add next network, next to hope 192.168.2.0, 4.0, 4.0. Okay, next to hope, the router next to hope 192.168.5.1. That means you have to, it means 5.0. Okay. Three router information is updated in device 2
router 2. Okay, close. Third one, router 3. Next to this one 3.1 and 5.2, go to the RIP and 192.168.3.0, add next one 5.2, 192.168.5.0. 0 is referred to the 256 devices. Okay.
Now verify the packet message packet sent lab 1 to lab 2. Lab 1 to lab 2 successful. The data information source of destination. Next check lab 1 to lab 3 successful. It means the data transfer packet, each packet send one IP address to another IP address. The data passed without interrupt. That means the IP configurations successful. Lab check successful. System 1 2. What is the data check in a simulator mode? Data packet passed router 1 to router 2. This example of verify the data. Real mode. Okay, this videos are, I hope these were very useful for students. Thank you.